These take the word Timberwolves along with the street and secret team 55555. A member of this relations team will respond immediately.
Don't forget that not in the days for calendar day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot up front and the Timberwolves dancers. A reminder, folks, to be here for our next giveaway, Shoe Bag Day. Come out and receive a free Timberwolves shoe bag.
Timberwolves fans. Danny Dennison Walker brings the Tower of Power, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At forward, standing 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniels. At point guard, at 6'3", number 4, Robert Covington. At forward, 6'8", number 30, Big Julius Randle. He's anyone from Denver, 6'5", Henry Timberwolves 1, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves is Chris Big, your Minnesota Timberwolves.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. In its small and power forward, it'll be Flagg and Davis. Smith is out there with Irving, and it's Lively in at the center. And for the Timberwolves, out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Dillingham is out there with Edwards, and it's Gobert in its center. And this matchup always, Clark, seems to produce some fireworks.
Well, again, when conference opponents are this familiar, Kevin, things tend to get ramped up, heated up, intensified, if you will.
And as the conversations swirl around MP, one of those, of course, is how vocal MP has been about these rivalry games he plays in. His goal is to win each and every one of them.
And for MP and this team, they love outdoing their rivals. It's been extra sweet for them and their fans. We've seen some barn burners with MP leading the charge. This is a confident team right now. Tonight, another opportunity for what would be a huge win this season.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And he gets it to go. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Smith outside, pass to Lively. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Oh, here's Edwards, coming off 31 points last game. And here we go. Fast break. Flagg's got it. Took him no time at all on that one.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We spoke about the challenge of facing Anthony Davis. Coach commented, there aren't a lot of guys like AD, bigs who can control both ends of the paint. We have to be aware of him at all times, or he's going to take over the game. No doubt Davis will be a factor tonight. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Dillingham, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And there's Edwards on the assist from Dillingham. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Smith drives in, and Smith with the stuff. It seems like MP is always in the news nowadays. Recently, he was featured on the cover of Slam magazine.
A special honor for him for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he grew up a fan of Slam like many players before him. This recognition has to feel weirdly nostalgic in a way.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Smith, and it's Dallas with another.
And they've come out on fire, perfect from the field.
Here is Edwards. He's got 9. Now Dillingham, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team, and with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives it great confidence.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And Edwards slams it in.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Smith outside. Down low, Davis has it. It's Smith with the assist that time.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Dillingham with it. 12 points his last outing. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Randall kicks to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. And Lively pulls it down. Here's Smith. Oh! Wow! My goodness!
Man!
And down it goes, jamming that one home. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Here's Dillingham. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Randall passes to McDaniels. Back to Randall, 6 to shoot. Pass to Dillingham. Misses the 3.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Now, here is Smith. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. And finished off by Lively.
Love the dunk from Lively, not just settling for the layup.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Now Dillingham near the 3-point line. It's Edwards. One-on-one here. Here's Smith. And then Smith with the jam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And it's out of bounds. It's touched by Lively. And a chance here to check out the league's scoring leaders. And you take a look at Smith, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Anthony Edwards.
Anytime these two guys are on the floor at the same time, you're just waiting for one of them to go off, if not both of them.
Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Mavericks also with a sub. Gordon's checked in. Now, here is Smith. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. And finished off by Lively.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
It's time to get down to the mascot. Let's groove.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson comes in for Randall. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for McDaniels. On defense, the Mavericks. A 12-point game. Pass to Edwards. Can they get it? And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards against Smith. And Dallas again with the bucket.
as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against New Orleans. Pass to Edwards. There's the three. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Smith in all around the rim that time before dropping in. Smith's got 12.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Edwards. 14 points for him. Reed kicks to Johnson. Picked by Reed. Shot clock at 5. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Smith on the wing. Edwards defending. And again, shot good from Smith. He's got 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Herter. No scoring in this one. For 3, Edwards. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Smith against Edwards. And again it will drop. Another make there from Smith. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
What an exceptional start for him. Draining 8 of his last 9 shots.
Pass to Herter. 1:09 left in the first. Here's Reed. Lively defending. A fader. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Smith outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 16. Here's Johnson. Pass to Dillingham. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Dillingham's got his second basket of the game.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Gordon with the screen for Smith. On pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Edwards against Smith. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got 16 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Smith feeling it out a bit. He got it up. And it's in. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's Dallas, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Prince. And it's Nixon in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
For the screen on Prince. The shot's good from Gafford. Gafford's got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Johnson. From past the arc, and another three for Minnesota.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Here's Harden. Back to Smith. To the wing on the left. Outside Gordon. For the three. And again, Dallas with the three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Nixon. Still yet to score. Pass to Reed. Here's Nixon. Shoots over Hardy. And it's Nixon missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Smith with a wide open look. And the Mavericks another three.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Anthony Davis is subbed in for Dallas. White comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Randall. Last game, 26 points. Here's Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. Mavericks leading by 21. Smith for three, and the Mavericks another three.
He's now matched his three-point total from the first quarter here in the second period. 4 in the game already for him.
Milton the pass to Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. That one's off, still out of sync.
Trying to match three, sometimes you get too amped up and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Milton. And here's Randall. Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Edwards with another miss.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
It's stolen by Johnson. Inside, here's Randall. Out to Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
All right, look who's coming off to the court. Come on, get live for your Timberwolves.
Minnesota making some changes. Daniels is checked in for Johnson. And Dillingham subbed in for Shake Milton. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Irving comes in for Hardy. Here's Dillingham. Reed the pass to Edwards. GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focus on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Minnesota's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Reed with a screen for Randall. Outside, Reed. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Now, here is Smith. 26 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Minnesota's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Randall from outside. Rebound by Smith. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Jazz in Delta Center.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's McDaniel. Still scoreless. To the inside. Here's Gafford. Lays it up and off the glass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's McDaniels. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Randall outside. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Dallas. Just a tremendous run right now for them. 12 straight win.
Just a fun team to watch when we get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed, and it's Johnson in for Randall. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to Utah.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by Dallas. McDaniels gets a wide-open look, and a miss there on the triple.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Smith outside. Loads it up for Davis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Good positioning that time from AD. Working the pick and roll beautifully.
.132 left here in the second. Timberwolves shooting about 42% so far. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. Well, Champ in their last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He had 57 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Johnson following the score by Dallas. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Gobert with a screen for Johnson. Clock at 6. Pass to Gobert. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Dallas making a switch here. Lively's checked in.
Number 2, Jared Lively.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Smith kicks to Davis. And And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Edwards against Smith. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Dillingham. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Dallas Mavericks. A comeback, I'd say, is unlikely here. I'd say a comeback in this game is less likely than, Kenny, think fast.
Less likely than a chicken laying square eggs. Shaq?
Less likely than winning an argument on the internet, Ernie.
Less likely than any of us becoming stand-up comedians. Quick thinking, though, team. I like the internet joke, Shaq. Very topical. And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Mavericks.
They've kept the ball moving. No one's trying to be a hero, and you see the results.
Yeah, they're just not slinging it around. They are passing with a purpose.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the court for the Mavericks. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. Smith is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Flagg in at the 3, the small forward. Dillingham draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Unselfish. As somebody who already draws a lot of defensive attention, Edwards has to be willing to make that next pass.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
One shot.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And that one falls for Dillingham. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
And here's Edwards following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Davis looking for an opening. Gobert against Smith. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Minnesota shooting not great, 40% for the game. Randall kicks to Edwards. McDaniels dishes to Randall. 5 to shoot. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Outside Irving takes the three. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
Gobert with a screen on Davis. To the paint. Gobert can't hit. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
Wow, Davis on fire right now. Doing just about anything he wants on offense.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Randall. Fires the three. And it's Flag with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
Creating separation using the bounce. That's a skill that AD's developed over the years.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Timberwolves shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skills.
And Edwards drops them both. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here is Smith. 30 points in the game. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Dillingham with it. 7 points in the game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. And you take a look at Smith, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And he is not a wasteful player. That much we've learned. I mean, he makes the most of the good looks he gets. And if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
Yeah, and he's efficient and he's intelligent in his shot selection. You're exactly right there, but don't take away from the fact that he's a tremendous pure shooter as well. Even when he's got a hand right in his face, I mean, he makes tough shots.
Here's McDaniels following the basket by Anthony Davis. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Dillingham with it. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Down low. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by Dallas. Randall passes to McDaniels. Back to Randall. Lets it go with the three. And the three ball is good. Randall's got 7 points for the quarter.
I don't think anybody would call him a consistent three-point threat, but Randall can certainly drop in a few if you give him room.
Smith finds Lively. Yes, that goes in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Hey guys, Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever, and now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks.
You can tell Lively knows his position well, knows how to be efficient as the roll man.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. McDaniels outside. Randall surveying the D. Close one. Davis with the block.
Depth, taxes, and AD. Blocking shots, you can rely on all three.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Johnson comes in for McDaniels, and it's Prince in for Dillingham. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Aaron Gordon comes in for Davis. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Flagg. And it's Hardy in for Kyrie Irving. No problems knocking that one down. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now, here is Smith. He has 30, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Randall down low. He's against Gordon. Randall down low. Defended by Gordon. Can't get the reverse layup to fall. Smith outside. And it's good off the back rim and in. Smith's got 32 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
To the middle. Here's Edwards. Good. And a nice assist from Prince. And 23 points for Anthony Edwards.
And this is exactly what you want Edwards to do, using his athleticism to score on tough defense inside.
And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
The Timberwolves have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. But Trey, rebounded by Gafford. It's been all Mavericks. Inside, and Gafford throws it down.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Timberwolves shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their Connected Cam. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 32. Fader on the way, and it's Dallas with another.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's Prince, still without a basket. Johnson with the bounce pass. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Edwards with another miss. Smith outside. Puts up a deep three. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Prince out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Gafford, it's good for the 7th time this game. He has shot 7, he has made 7.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Huerter passes to Prince. Back to Huerter. Shot clock at 6. Timberwolves passing it around. That's a 2 from Randall. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Here are the Mavericks now. DiVincenzo finds Gordon, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
Pass to Randall. And here is Prince. Back to Randall. With floor spacing so in demand, league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
Now, here's Hardy. Following the miss by Julius Randle. And they'll get another chance. Offline with his 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Prince kicks to Johnson. Back to Prince. To the inside. Here's Randall. Good. And a nice assist from Prince. Prince has got 3 assists in the game. Outside DeRozan. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good on the triple. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Prince. Back to Huerter. Now Johnson. Randall right side. Yep, that one goes in there. Randall's got 11 in the second half.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
Johnson against DeRozan. Pass to Hardy. 3-pointer. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Jones checked in for Daniel Gafford. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Edwards' shot is good.
Edwards is a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
Jones with the screen on Johnson. Outside, Jones. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Randall throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this game.
Yeah, he's got his master's degree in dunking. Eric Jones Jr. can throw it down on everybody.
Here's Johnson. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gordon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gordon with a screen on Johnson. Outside Gordon. Puts up a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Teardrop shot. Prince the pass to Johnson. Reed with a screen on DeRozan. Johnson kicks to Reed. DeRozan with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the basket by Jones.
Assistant DeMar DeRozan.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the basket by Gordon.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timberwolves have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Outside Gordon. Outside DeRozan. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Prince. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Here's Reed. And it's off from 3-point range. Right side Jones. No good from outside. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Johnson outside. 3-pointer. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened. To take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season, I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
Edwards, that's good.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
DiVincenzo passes to Jones. To the wing right side. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Can't make brain-neutral mistakes like that. I mean, he may get an earful later.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Johnson. And Dillingham subbed in for Taurean Prince. Then for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Jones. Williams comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Smith subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Nice shot by Smith.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Martin's checked in. Now here is Smith. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series. to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when they're going to be seeing them that often.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Smith.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Smith following the basket by Julius Randle. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Dillingham with the bucket.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And Minnesota has possession. The Mavericks making the shot. Now Smith. And it falls.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking.
MP, right here. Question for you. Right here. Miss Conway. When you guys lose, you often talk about keeping things simple, getting back to basics. With this win behind you, how do you continue improvements that you made tonight that helped seal the victory?
You guys are funny. We win a big game against a rival and you're talking about what happens when we lose. Yo, Zen, they got me up here talking about what happens when we lose, bro. Lose. Okay, yeah. I'd say every opponent is different. So there are things we did tonight that helped us succeed that wouldn't help us against the next opponent. We can't always repeat the results, but if we repeat what we train for and communicate on both sides, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Great, thank you.
MP, right here. MP, come on. Right here.